Hello everybody, it's Conspiracy Carl. It's Saturday the 14th of September and it is 20:40 PM GMT time. Right, this video, it's about Aleister Crowley, Jack Parsons, also the royal family. It's about Epstein. It's about the whole lot of them, and I'm going to tell you what I know, what I've done through research, and hopefully it's going to allow a bit of a sort of plan to sort of, help people understand exactly what's going on. It's took me a long while, and I still don't know if I'm there fully, but I think I've got a good idea. They obviously want this new satanic or communist new world order, whatever. Well, anyway, if we look at what's been going on, right, and we look at last year or the year before, and we see most people of government rank, say, or the royals, lots of people like that, and higher up, presidents sort of people, and people like that ended up with black eyes, right? They all had black eyes for some reason, and this was when they went over to Antarctica and sort of came back. People had black eyes for some reason. A lot of people say it's through the vril worm, where it enters the eye and it basically takes over the soul and uses the body as a host and carries on. The soul is dead, and the body carries on. This is why probably that people's eyes have changed colour, like George Bush. I clearly remember him with blue eyes, not brown eyes. Eminem, when he was young, he had blue eyes, not brown eyes. They're now brown. He looks completely different. Whether they're wearing contacts or whether there's something strange has happened to them, I don't know. But Eminem looks completely different to how he used to look, and George Bush has changed as well. Probably doubles, clones, don't know. I'm just saying what I can see, and what you've probably seen as well. So anyway, right, so I'm going to go back, right, because all these people, they all sort of are interlinked. They're all blue bloods, if you like. They believe they're different from us. These are the higher reptilian class. We are the lower reptilian class. This is hence we have a pineal gland, a third eye, and the fight or flight. It's all reptilian based. We are part reptilian, whether we like that or not. We are. So anyway, Jack Parsons and Aleister Crowley. This goes back to the early part of 1900s, the very, very early part of 1900s. They went over to Egypt, Aleister Crowley and Jack Parsons, and Aleister Crowley was a wizard. He could apparently open portholes at will and close portholes at will. And anyway, he went over to he obviously realised he could do this. There was a place he had up in Scotland, in England, and he obviously practised this occult magic or whatever it is. And anyway, he used to sodomise people, kill children. He was known as the world's most wickedest man. So I'll leave you to guess. And I dare say he was friends with the royals and Epstein and everybody else. They all know each other. They're all in the same bloody club. Anyway. So So Parsons and Aleister go to Egypt. They sodomise each other. They conjure these portholes to open. The porthole opens, and lo and behold, a entity sort of comes through. And they did have a different name for this. I think it was Lamb or something like that. I have not been fortunate enough, because it wasn't nice reading. I did read the Book of the Law by Aleister Crowley, and it's not nice. It's a horrible book, and a filthy, disgusting book, and a filthy, disgusting man. Anyway, what come through this porthole could only be described as what we would know as a grey alien, a demon, whatever you want to call it. But these come through these portholes. Anyway, Aleister Crowley died. Jack Parsons was handed his cloak, if you like, for wizardry. Jack Parsons, in the latter part of the Second World War, decided he wanted to open a porthole. Now, he's opened his porthole and he couldn't close it. Now, Jack Parsons was taught by Aleister Crowley to open portholes and close them, but at this particular time he couldn't close it. So I'm starting to wonder if this porthole is actually our firmament that goes over the place where we live, because there's apparently a hole in the ozone, and I'd say the ozone is a firmament, so it's the same sort of thing. So is this porthole or something that Jack Parsons done because in 1947, just after the war, that was when the UFO crashed at Roswell, funnily enough, and he'd opened this porthole and he couldn't close it. Next thing you know, there's this thing come through with these bodies that, that look like alien ETs, demons, call them what you will. And have they come through? Has this gate, of hell been opened? Have the demons infested where we live? I don't know, but it doesn't seem right. We seem to be living in a different, horrible, cruel, wicked place. Things are being done that shouldn't be done. The children, with Epstein and all these rich people doing all this, they believe in the same religions as what they did many, many, many years back, when they used to throw babies and things like that on fire, and they'd do awful things in Baal, and they recreated the entrance to Baal, made out of 3D blocks, and put it in every major city around the world, and this happened a couple of years back. They even put red lights on it as well, so it was done on a significant day to these people. These people believe in some really, really messed up shit, and I don't think it's the actual people. I believe it's the entities that were inside these people. This is why David Icke calls them the lizards. This is why Diana called them the reptilians, the lizard people. The lizard family. They're horrible to her, and she described them as lizards, as reptilian. So obviously they do have some weird stuff going on there, and there's been enough proof of that as well to look at Randy Andy, hey, Princess, the Queen's favourite son, going up shagging little children every time he feels like it, with Epstein and God knows what else. He's a sick man. They're all sick. Why were they hanging around with Jimmy Savile? Jimmy Savile was in charge of a bleeding mental home for, oh my life, for Lord's sakes. I mean, at the end of the day, them poor people in that place, they must have been, oh my God, the stuff that must have happened to them, and they would have put in a complaint and said, oh, Jimmy Savile, and they would have said, no, it wouldn't have been Jimmy, don't say that about our Jimmy, it can't be Jimmy Savile, and then after he's dead, we find out about all this with Robert Maxwell. Even Maxwell's daughter was with Epstein, getting in kids, and they're all interlinked, the whole lot. They're all interlinked, and they believe that this sort of, what we think is a satanic religion, is actually, this goes back a long time ago, and they're just doing it, like the 9/11 attack. They have to get rid of so many people on certain dates. It's a sacrificial thing to these people, and I don't know why. Obviously, it's down to their past beliefs. I'd love to actually have a look at one of their calendars and see why they do this. For what reason? Because they're being so horrible to poor children and things like this, and why? For what reason? If they've only got to gain something from it, so what are they gaining? Why keep this a big secret from us? Why try and kill the people that are telling the truth? Epstein isn't dead. Come on, he's a billionaire. He knows people in the CIA. He knows people. Do you know what I mean? Even that body that they took out, Epstein, right, has got a big, long, flat Jewish nose. Doesn't look like it's been headbutted good, right? He's got his big, long, flat Jewish nose. Now, if you looked at the body that they pulled out, if you looked at his nose, because they were showing it sideways, his nose was beaked. Epstein didn't have a beaked nose, and his ear was different as well. That was not Epstein that was on there. And how could he crush the part of the windpipe that can only get crushed if you're being strangled? So that body, the lookalike or clone or whatever, was brought in, and then they deliberately killed him, put the clone on the gurney, and that was used for the public to see. So Epstein was probably sneaked off to somewhere like Wacko Jacko is, and they're probably on the same island, still doing the same bloody thing. This is what we've got to do. We need to say no. Say no to the NWO. And we've all got to join up. We've all got to do this together as one. If we don't, we're going to lose this, seriously. We've got to stick together, right? Do as much due diligence as possible. Just do as much research as you really can, and you'll see that what I'm telling you is right. They're up to something. Something bad is going to happen pretty soon. I'm certain of it. And so many other people on YouTube. So please look after your close ones. Make sure you do something. Protect yourself with a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Or a little something. I haven't got a lot, but what, you know, I've got a little bit of gold to keep me by. You know, if something does happen, but you've all got to do this, because if you don't and something does happen, you're gonna live to regret it. Believe me. I don't know what they got planned, but they got something big, because I think it was Bush that turned around and said the next thing they've got planned is going to make 9/11 look like a pancake. Look like a picnic, sorry. So that means it's going to be a worldwide thing. So they're expecting something big. They're going to do something big. So please prepare yourself, get yourself kitted out, sort yourself out with. I ain't going to sit here and advertise for food and shit like that, but just make sure you've got stuff that you can cook if needed, and you've got ways to cook if needed, so you're not just reliant on electricity, okay? Make sure of that, please, right? And love, peace, unity goes out to each and every single one here. Remember, unite, don't fight. We all are one, and we've got to get rid of them. Okay? Why should we, the 90-odd%, be suffering because of the 1 or 2% that, you know, say that they rule this place, but they're not really us. They're not like us. They're completely different. This is why they're all paedophiles, and this is why they're all grouped together. This is why the Queen and her children go shagging little boys and nothing happens to him, you know, and they get rid of this person that's got all this so-called proof of other people. I mean, even Simon Le Bon and people like that, you know, from Duran Duran were on his list. I used to love that sort of music, and I dare say a lot of other people did as well, you know, out there. So, you know, all of these people are strange. They're all weird. This is why they sold their soul, because they're twisted. They come from there anyway, so they're only going to go back there. That's why they're doing it. So I honestly believe, just keep your good inside you, right? Because we're going to need this, and we've got to stick together, all right? Anyway, love, peace, unity to each and every single one here. I've said this before. It doesn't matter what colour, creed, nationality you are. We're all the same underneath, okay? Apart from them arseholes. Remember, if we're going to spill any blood, let it be blue, all right? Anyway, love to each and every single one here. Thank you ever so much for my new subscribers. Give us a thumbs up if you can, and or even a dislike. Leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you soon. I'm out.